Hello, dear friend, and welcome. My name is Cynthia Alice Anderson, and I am the owner and founder of the Experience of the Soul podcast channel. For over 7 years, we have been honored to bring you messages that inspire, uplift, and support your spiritual journey. These programs are made with love and made possible by you and your generosity. That's why over the next 90 days, we are aiming to raise $9,000 to carry this channel forward into the new year. Every gift, large or small, helps us continue producing, sharing, and reaching souls all around our world. So I invite you today to give as you are able, knowing that your support keeps these messages coming and available to all. Thank you for walking the journey with us, dear friend. Together we are making a difference. We are so grateful. Blessings on the journey, my dear friends.
Welcome to the Experience of the Soul podcast with Cynthia Alice Anderson, a weekly show helping you grow, prosper, and evolve. Today, episode 389, special guest, author Eric Green, and now Experience of the Soul.
Hello and welcome to the Experience of the Soul podcast. My name is Cynthia Alice Anderson. I'm the host. I'm also lovingly known as RCA, and it is a great day, my friends. It's a great day to be alive, a great day to record a show, and I'm so excited you're with us today. I'm in my home studio, and not only do I have my producer here, but a good friend as well. So first, help me welcome our producer, Mr. Sean Kilgore, into the show. Welcome, Sean.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me and for letting me be a part of this. I absolutely love every minute of it, and I've been blessed by it. As we're getting closer to the end of the year, it's just I just want to say that I'm grateful for you, and I'm grateful for the opportunities that you've given me. And we've been together since 2010, essentially, when we first met, and I started singing for your services, and
exactly.
So we're going on 15 years of doing this, and I'm just really grateful for all of it. So welcome, friends. This is episode 389 of the Experience of the Soul podcast. Today, of course, right. I know today is of course Monday, December 1st, and as RCA mentioned, we are very excited to welcome our friend Eric Green to the show today. But before we get to him, of course, as always, we want to remind you what's sacred and holy about this week in our segment we call This Week in Spiritual History. So as we step into December, of course, this is a season of reflection and service and of gentle preparation. So we have a few meaningful observances to help guide your week ahead. We start with today. Monday, December 1st is World AIDS Day. This is observed every year to honor those living with HIV, remember those that we've lost to HIV, and to recommit ourselves to compassion, dignity, and equitable access to care. So spiritual communities across the world, and of course, lots of communities, not just spiritual communities, but will hold moments of silence and have candle lightings and have ceremonies for this day. It's a day that really calls us toward and back to empathy.
Absolutely, my friend. Absolutely.
Yeah. And the quiet, powerful work of standing with one another instead of against one another.
Amen.
Yeah.
Well, we always bring that up. I think it's so important. And, I've been a part of many honorings of World AIDS Day. Here in Orlando, there was often an event at Lake Eola. I've done things at the church. And, I've had a family member die of AIDS. So, when it hits really close to home, it's a really different kind of awareness and understanding. And I think both culturally in the U.S. and globally, it was so misunderstood for so long, but so many died unnecessarily. And I'm happy to be a part of lifting up awareness and just honoring and calling forth empathy. Like you said, Sean, we're constantly coming back to that in our shows because it seems to be so lacking in the outer world right now.
All right. Well, we're being fed that, empathy is a sign of weakness, which is the total opposite of
pretty much the opposite of Jesus, but somehow Christians are making it work. I'm not sure how, but yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. But we digress. This Thursday, December 5th, is International Volunteer Day. So this is recognized by the UN. International Volunteer Day lifts up the millions of people who give of their time, energy, and hearts in service to others. So whether it's mentoring a child or offering a meal to those who are hungry or helping a neighbor, this day reminds us that the world is healed through countless small acts of love. The world is healed through countless small acts of love. Right?
Amen
Service is
to
a
that.
spiritual practice. Service is a spiritual practice, one that belongs to every tradition, right?
Yes. And don't forget, we just did a show on sacred service very recently.
Yeah, that was a couple shows ago. Yeah.
Yeah.
This Friday, December 6th, is the Feast of St. Nicholas. So in many Christian communities, St. Nicholas is remembered today as a symbol of generosity, humility, and joyful giving. So long before his story inspired the modern-day Santa Claus, Nicholas was known for the secret acts of kindness, especially toward those in need. So the life of St. Nicholas encourages us to give quietly, freely, and from our hearts.
Yes, beautiful.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be encouraging people today to give Eric's book for Christmas. But
I can't wait to get to that. I'm really excited. Okay. All right. Before we do, this Sunday, December 7th, brings us to the second Sunday of Advent. So we talked last week about the first Sunday. So this week, the candle that we light is of peace, traditionally being lit. So Advent invites us into a slower rhythm. We talked about last week. Hope was last week. Peace is this week. And again, we'll continue to talk about this as we move through the season. But it's a reminder that peace isn't just the absence of conflict. It's the presence of God in our midst, guiding us gently from the inside out.
Amen. Not a truer word's been spoken, my friend. Yep.
Amen.
That's the peace.
Amen.
That's peace. Yeah.
And just for fun, when I love that just for fun comes down to food. So this December 4th is National Cookie Day.
I like it.
Yeah. This is a lighthearted day, right? National Cookie Day. Whether you bake or you share or you simply enjoy a cookie with someone you love, this is a sweet excuse to pause and to delight in life's simple joys. Sometimes spiritual practice looks a lot like butter, sugar, and a moment of connection.
So true.
Do you bake for the holidays?
Yes, I do. Well, I just made, I just made a big batch of peanut butter chocolate chip.
Yum.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Oh, yeah. I love to bake for the holidays because I don't have
too.
enough else to do,
Right. But you got to make time for that. That is like part of what makes it feel like the holidays. I mean,
for me, baking and cooking at the holidays, for me, that's home, So, yeah, I love to cook, but yeah.
Yeah. All right, friends, I'm going to leave you with something to think about as we end this week in spiritual history. Where might peace or service be inviting you to take one small, meaningful step this week?
Yes.
I'll let you reflect on that for a moment as we prepare to welcome our friend to our show today. So, friends, we're really excited about today's guest. This is someone that I've had the joy of singing with. It's been many years ago, but he's not just a guest today. He's really a friend to both of us and now to all of you. Yeah. So today we welcome Eric Green. He is a creative spirit, a storyteller, an artist, an incredibly talented vocalist.
Yes.
Eric is a Sanford, Florida native, a proud graduate of Florida A&M University. He is the founder of the Eric Green Collection, where he creates beautiful semi-precious stone jewelry and original artwork infused with intention and positive energy. And under that Eric Green Collection umbrella, he has created what we're here today to talk about. So most recently, he's released a brand new children's book called Treasures Under the Sea. So this is a vibrant, joy-filled story about a young Black mermaid and her underwater friends on a journey of courage, self-belief, and discovering the treasures within. It is colorful, as you can see from just the image here, and we have some other images that we'll show you a little bit later in the show, but it's uplifting. It gives kids this wonderful message about holding on to their dreams and trusting the light inside of them. So what we love about Eric is that whether he's creating art or writing stories or sharing music, his work always carries this deep current of encouragement and possibility. He is lifting people up, which is what the world needs so much more of today, and especially young people. So, and he's putting his time and energy into reminding young people who they are. So, friends, we are very excited to welcome to the show Eric Green.
Hi. Hello there.
Hello.
All right, Eric, welcome, man. So great to have you today.
Thank you so much. So great to be here in such great company. So, hey, I'm excited.
Yeah, well, I am too. And I'm really excited about your book. And I don't want to be remiss in saying, I think it's so interesting that we met, through our church connections, just like I met Sean, like he and I were talking about. And it's real special to me that after this many years, we are still connected. I know I can text you or call you and you'll be like, hey, what's up? Yes. The answer is yes. So that means a lot, man. I appreciate that.
Of course.
Well, you're doing so much right now, Eric. And, as somebody who's known you a while, I've seen your journey, move and change and transform. But, what I keep seeing is you using God, as your anchor and, just really using all that you have and honoring God, honoring the light inside you. And I think this new book is definitely a part of that. And so when I heard about the book, I definitely wanted to have you on. So tell us a little bit about it, if you will. And, because I don't really know the story. And I got to say, I love the illustrations as well. Yes. And I had a feeling there was a story there too.
Well, yeah, there's a history of the book, definitely.
Okay.
To be honest, I wrote the book probably about 6 years ago.
Oh, okay.
And it was in the middle of me during my time when I was designing jewelry. As you know, I have a love for semi-precious natural stone jewelry.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Yes. And I've made jewelry for the average woman, the average man, and also for celebrities around the world. Because I started in college, just a way to make some money.
Right. Right.
And just a way to make some money, undergraduate, trying to do the best that I can.
Sure.
And I think that's when I knew that God really had his hand on my life, because there were things that were happening even back then that was orchestrated to I couldn't come up with,
Right.
There is no way. There were moments where I found myself in New York Times about my jewelry. That I did not know about, or there were moments where God connected me with individuals who I could partner with, stylists, and then I found my jewelry on such Oscar awards, nominees, exactly. As like Monique and some others, and so that's
incredible.
Yeah, those things happened, during the years. And so I've always wanted to create something that I could leave a legacy or leave for the next generation. That's why jewelry was so important to me. And the book came out of that. I was like, well, I'm creating great pieces and great jewelry and great stories for adults. How about I do something for the children so they can see how special and how beautiful and how important they are growing up. And so I wrote the book, and I couldn't find an illustrator. I just couldn't. I tried. I knew nothing about being an author.
Right.
And so I put the book away, and 6 years went by, and all of a sudden God connected me again to someone off of Instagram.
Oh, wow.
Yes, I met him off of Instagram. His name is Tyrus Gaucher from out of Chicago. And we had a conversation one day and found out he worked for Disney Pixar for many years. Yes. And
go ahead. No, go ahead. I just noticed the illustrations right away were so good. I mean, it really does pull you into the story, and it's so important. It's such an important aspect to any book, and especially a kid's book, right? Because that's going to be what draws them in.
Exactly. So he interviewed me and decided that I was a great fit for for his brand.
I like that. Uh-huh.
Yes, because he said, listen, Eric, I'm the type of illustrator where I don't illustrate or I don't put out material that will hinder people or that will talk down to people. He's like, I always do works that are uplifting. And he's like, your work is doing that. So let's do it. Yeah. And so a year and a half later, we're at this point now where I'm able to share this book with everyone, with the world.
Yeah. Well, and what I love about it, obviously, is the message, one of hope, one of empowerment, one of love, and I think it's so, so important for all of us. And I think kids really are not hearing this message, and kids are growing up in a very different environment right now. There's a lot of political violence. There's a lot of violence in general. There's a lot of drugs. There's a lot of over-sexualization of things. And it's something that just speaks right to them, and especially children of color. There is not enough, for children of color. And so I also wanted to bring you on for that reason. It's like I want to lift you up and for more people to know about it, because our dreams can come true. It doesn't matter who we are, And so I just love the energy and the message, behind it. And I felt sure that your spiritual journey had really guided this process, because there was a divine timing to it, as you said.
Yes, definitely. One thing about the story and Tia.
That's the main character.
Yes, it's Tia. She's looking for her missing pearl necklace. One thing I wanted to teach kids in this book is no matter what the timing is, no matter how long you search for something or you think you lost something, it's always there. You'll always come back to it, because you should be in a place to where you're always dreaming about what you believe in, no matter what.
Yes.
And so as children read the book, you'll see she meets many characters, Mr. Crab, Mr. Polar Bear. She's traveling to different worlds. Traveling to different countries, such as Mexico. Going to all these places that she knows nothing about. But at the end of the day, there's a little riddle that I wanted to put in the book. Close your eyes, count to 5, swim the sea, just you and me. Every time she goes to a different country or different place, she says this riddle, and I'm kind of asking the children to close their eyes and believe in themselves and understand that if you concentrate on that one thing that you're interested in, God can manifest it. The world can manifest it, and it can come to pass. Yeah.
Yes, you're so right. And I find kids to be super open to the spiritual. I think it's right. It's adults that have the blocks, but kids, kids are so ready. I mean, everything from prayer to deep breathing to meditation. I was helping a couple young boys a couple months ago learn to meditate, and I put on a guided visualization, and I mean, they loved it. There was no resistance. And that's what I think is great too, because I think, a lot of our kids are not learning to monitor and control their mental and emotional state. And especially with so much blowing up around them, things can feel out of control. So that was the other piece I thought was great, is you're teaching them to calm the mind and calm this, and go to the soul, calm the spirit. And, be able to access that deeper level.
Yes. I had a great experience the other day. I was at an elementary school reading the book.
I think I saw some online. Yeah.
And I was encouraging the kids to literally close their eyes and count to 5. And it was a little boy in the corner. And I literally saw him close his eyes and take a deep breath. He said 1, 2, 3, 4. I was like, oh my God, they're getting it.
They're getting it. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And so little moments like that just make me realize like the story and this book needs to reach the world, and I truly believe that.
Well, and I also think it's incredible that as a man, they're seeing your care and support of them, So often in educational settings, we don't see a lot of men. And I'm thrilled to have you be lifted up in this, and kids to see a man that cares very deeply about their journey and about their belief in themselves. I think of how many people have supported my journey, and I just think it's probably making impact, that you'll never really know, but I know that you're feeling as you're having this positive feedback.
Yeah, most definitely. Most definitely. So it's been a great journey, so far. The book has only been out for a month and a half, almost going on 2 months. And I had my book release party at the Orlando Science Center.
Oh, yeah, that's a great place.
Yes. And so I had so many kids, so many adults, come out, my church family at the Hope Church of Orlando, to come out and just enjoy the scenery and everything. So it's been a great experience so far. And I forgot to mention, with the book, Tia is looking for her pearl necklace, and she finds it. I won't say where she finds it because I want people to read the book.
Don't blow it. Right.
But she finds her pearl necklace. And at the end of the book, I wanted every person who purchases the hard copy of the book to receive the pearl necklace. So it comes with the pearl necklace.
Well, that's what I was going to ask about that, because I saw that. I didn't get that, but I saw that, and I thought that was great. And also there's an activity color book as well, so they can kind of, the way kids, process, kids like to be, they're going to think and take in the message as they color and stuff. Sometimes as adults, we forget that. We think, well, let's just talk to the kids. But kids like to, to do that. And it helps them take in the message, don't you think? Yeah.
Yes, definitely. I wanted the activity book to be more than just coloring. There's a journal in the book. There's spaces in the book where it says, what did you do today? What new things did you experience today? What do you expect to do tomorrow? What's your biggest dream, that you can think of? So those are things in the book, that they could use for years and years and kind of keep as kind of like a journal. One thing I learned about coming up, my mother would always tell me, you should always keep a journal bedside. When you sleep, because at night and when you wake up in the morning are some of your best ideas and your best moments.
Well, that's true.
Yes. And so I've always had to keep it there. So if I get something, I can write it down, because your day gets so busy to where you forget that idea, that you thought of. Yeah. So little kids can use this activity and coloring book, for that. There's stickers in the back of the book, where they can use it well, put on their book bags or anything like that. But it's an experience, and that's what I wanted to create.
Yeah, it's more than just a book. There's a lot more. There's a lot more there. And boy, I need to pause and say, wise mama to help you with that. To know that it's one of those things that can help you through all of life. That one idea, having a little journal to write down divine ideas. What a blessing that is.
Exactly. Yeah. And that's why I dedicated the book to my mom. In the book, you'll see on the first page or second page, you'll see I dedicated to her. And also the pearl necklace is because of her. Of course, I designed jewelry for years, but at the end of the day, she was the main character in my life that, taught me how to be a gentleman, how to be classy, how to, treat someone at the utmost respect. And I think pearls symbolize that.
They do.
Of that journey of just being classy and being sophisticated, and something you can pass down from generations to generations. And so that little child can remember that I received pearl necklace, my first book. And so I want to give my daughter, I want to give my child, that, because I received it when I was younger. So, yeah.
I think that is a beautiful lesson and message for all of us. Again, I think our kids do not have a lot of models for discipline, self-respect, and I'll say all kids of discipline and self-respect and really honoring. And I feel like the pearls, it's a little bit of an elevation. Like, I am worthy, and I am worthy. And I think the book too is helping kids understand that their worthiness to receive, their worthiness to dream and have things, like you say, and have things manifest. And I think your work on the book is a great example. I love to teach about that, about manifesting and about trusting God in the process. And I do feel this book has been an important part of your purpose that's come forward. Don't you believe it is? I mean, if you had it that long and then it's just now getting out, that says to me, this was a divine idea.
Yeah. Yeah. It was all about timing. And the crazy part is I was so frustrated. Like, oh my God, I want to get this book out. I mean, like 3-4 years ago. Yeah. I want to get this book out. I'm not meeting the people I need to meet. Yeah. But one thing I can say God has given me is a spirit of patience. So sometimes I believe, oh, why did you have to make me so patient? But I had to realize that it's a gift. It really is.
I tell you, it is.
So I literally had to be patient and say, you know what? The right person will come. The right illustrator will come. And when
I don't think you could. Yeah. That's
and it happened, in the right timing where my mindset and my spirit was ready for it. Because I tell you, you have to be ready for it, because the type of opportunities and the experiences that I'm having now,
right?
I wouldn't be able to deal with it 2-3 years ago, because I was so caught up in other things. In life, but now. Yes.
Well, and I think that is a great self-reflection, because there is a divine timing to things, and something like this that's going to impact so many lives. It does take a while to develop the consciousness to be able to bring something like that, because this is important. It's a part of your journey that you're putting out to the world. And then to think about all the people it's going to impact. So I just am hoping our listeners are really focusing on, that, because I work with a great many people. And a lot of times it's just having something to hold on to know, it's like right time, right place, right time, right place, right opportunity, or right, in your case, right illustrator, and right time. Those had to come together. And it also says, though, that to me, the incredible intricacy of the way God works and how God's will for us is good. I 100% believe that God loves us. I believe God wants to bring us our good, and our work in that, our part of that is preparing ourselves, like you said, getting our lives in order, ready to receive, that next step.
Yeah. And spiritually definitely, and naturally, because I will tell you, 6 months before I released this book, I literally turned one of my bedrooms into a shipping and handling, area, where I knew, like,
this was coming. This was coming.
So let me prepare my website. Let me prepare my vendors that I'm using to purchase the book and sell the book. I'm my own distributor. I'm my own self-published author. So I want to make sure that everything is in place. So when that book comes out, I'm ready. I can ship whenever I need to and go that way. So I think that's important as well. You have to look at it on the natural side as well. You want to make sure all your eggs are in the basket and ready to go. Yeah. Once your blessing happens. So
I think you're exactly right. There is a preparatory step to any success. And all anybody sees nowadays is everybody thinks, oh, this was overnight success, or, oh, everything was given to them. And there's no shortcut to it. You prepare your, first you had to write the book. Well, then you got to figure out, get things in order, get the illustrator, and everything else. And then, like say, you had to prepare a physical space, which we talk a lot about that too on the show, that sometimes we have to make room for God to work. And if you don't make room for the new event to happen, you can't, put something into a closed space. You've got to make physical space. So I love that. True. That's a part of what you're sharing with us today. Yeah.
So true. Yeah. So,
well, and go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
No, well, what I was going to say is I was glad to hear you mention Hope Church. I've been there a couple times, and it's been a really beautiful community. And, my sense was knowing you that you grew up in church. You did, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, I thought you did. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I grew up in church with, I have two older brothers, two other older siblings. And so mom and dad was very strict about getting up on Sunday morning and going to Sunday school, and it followed me. It followed me to college.
Yeah.
And I must be honest that, my time in my path in my, religion movement, wasn't good at all, wasn't good at all times,
Yeah, sure.
Some ups and downs, but I thank God that I was able to create my own path and my own relationship with God, and realize who I am in him and not necessarily the definition from other people.
Yes.
And once I realized that, I tell you, the whole world just opened up to me.
Yes.
To where I started believing how God believed in me through my walk through him.
Amen. Amen. I'm so glad you're saying this. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And it just started open doors for me. And to this day, you can tell me one thing and I will be like, nope, that's not his plan for me. No. This is what he spoke to me, because I know that my relationship is strong, and I know when it's real, because people who are connected with me, they will validate it. They will say something.
That's right.
They would say something they would say something in the conversation would be like, oh, I know it for sure.
It's amazing. Yes, I'm so glad you spoke to that too. It is amazing how I think of these as like little angel whispers. It's like, it's like, oh yeah, there's my answer right there, coming through a friend I love and trust, and and I do, and I trust that, and I trust your walk too. And I think so many of our listeners, Eric, are right in the same situation with you, that we've had a variety of church experiences. I have many listeners, even that are Muslim, and they just really enjoy, some of the principles that I speak of. And their journey has been, had some bumps on the way too, and they deal with judgment every day, on their spiritual journey. And so, I just feel that, the thing that I think it's a blessing you had a foundation, of spirituality and commitment to the journey through your parents. And parents, listen to me. Even if your kids don't want to go, just get them there, drag them by the ear, get them there, just get them there. Yes. Because it's amazing how all of us are built for the spiritual. And it is truly, as you say, our individual relationship with God, or as I often say, our individual soul journey, that we can grow and mature in, and know that God is walking with us. For me, Jesus is my guide. Jesus is my friend. And I know got my back, right? Yeah. I know he's got my back, and I know I'm being guided. And if I'm not sure, and I'm looking for an answer, and I'm praying on it, I'm meditating on it, I'm doing my affirmative work, I'm spending my time in silence, we listen for those signs, those angel whispers from others. And I believe it 100%. God's will for me is good. And I believe that for all of us,
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, I really do. Well, listen, I'm proud and happy for you, the success of the book already. And I want to really encourage our listeners to, you might be busy here the next couple of weeks, my friend, with orders. And that makes me happy. And I think any child could benefit from this book. And I think it is wonderful for all of us to remember that dreams can come true, and that there is support for us along the way. And I feel like this book is a part of that. So my friend, thank you again for joining us. And if I want to make sure our listeners know to go to treasuresunderthesea.com, right, is the best place to find out about the book. And also, you can find out you're on Facebook and Instagram, I think. Right, for Eric Green on Facebook, right?
Correct. Yes. And you can also go to Amazon.com to check out it there. The paperback is also there.
Right. The hardback and the activity book is what we get from you direct, right?
Correct. Exactly.
Okay. Right.
You got it.
All right, my friends. As always, thank you for joining us. We are in this beautiful holiday season, so go out there and make somebody's day. Order a book, be kind, say a prayer, reach out, show the spirit of the season, my friend, which is the season of the Christ being born again in, through, and as each one of us. So blessings, my friends, and I look forward to seeing you next week.
We hope you've enjoyed this episode of the Experience of the Soul podcast with Cynthia Alice Anderson, helping you grow, prosper, and evolve. This podcast is made possible because of listeners and viewers just like you. If you would like to support this podcast with your tax-deductible contribution on an ongoing basis or through a one-time gift, head on over to cynthiaaliceanderson.com/donate. The Experience of the Soul podcast is copyright 2025 Cynthia Alice Anderson, all rights reserved, and is produced by Sean Kilgore. A production of the Soulworks Group, Incorporated. You're listening to the Experience of the Soul podcast channel, bringing you inspiration, teachings, and practices to support your spiritual journey.